Hello everyone, and welcome back to Small Soldier. In today's video, I'll be going over these three figure kits. We'll take a look inside, see what we get, and put a couple together. So let's go to the bench. Okay, the first set we're going to look at is set 38006, German Sitting Civilians. And you get 5 figures in the box. It's from 1930 to 40s era. And on the back of the box, as in most Miniart kits, they give you the sprue layout and what parts go with what. So let's take a look at what we get. And as you can see, you get 2 sprues and a small sheet of paper, newspapers and magazines. So that's nice to get that as a bonus. Since they are sitting and they probably need something to do, they give you that sheet. Take a quick look here. So first of all, we'll take a look at the larger sprue. Details look to Miniart's high standards. And Miniart can be hit or miss. You can get a lot of this kind of flash on the kits, on the actual figures, and thank goodness there aren't on this particular set. You can see that face there. Very well sculpted. You can see very good details overall. Miniart keeps getting better and better, in my opinion, as far as the sculpts they put out. Those are excellent. Now we'll take a look at the last 2 figures here. It's the fella in the suit. The other female figure. Those facial sculpts are great in this particular kit. I really like them. And they're really, this set is quite good as far as flash goes. Not much more to say about them. I guess I'm going to put a couple together here at the end of the video, and we'll take a look and see how they go together and if the fit is good. Take a look at the next set, which is French Civilians 30s and 40s, and it's set 38004. Of course, these are all 1/35th scale kits. And again, on the back, you get a good color representation of the way they should look, or the way you could make them look, with all the parts numbered so you know what goes with what. We'll take a look at what's in this guy. And this one actually gives you a paper layout of the sprues. I'm not really sure why, because you see the sprues on the back here. Anyway, we've got that. Let's take a look at the first one here. Here's the first figure. I'm too happy about that. Let's turn him on the sprue here. Why they would do that, I don't know. That's going to be a bit of a cleanup there. The mold line's going right down the center of the head. That's a little disappointing in my opinion. Other than that, the figure looks really good. As far as the sculpting goes, there's a little bit of flash. Nothing that's too hard to clean up. Now, it looks like they've done the same thing on all these figures. So that's kind of a pain in the butt. You're gonna have to clean them up right through the center. I don't know why he did that, because the other set didn't have that going through the middle. And this set seems to have a little more flash on it than the last set. So it's going to be a bit more work to get that mold seam out as opposed to putting it down the side of the ear. So that's unfortunate. I guess we could change those out with some hornet heads though, if they were really a problem. Again, other than that, the sculpts are really good, and we'll see how they go together. This is the fellow with the bread and the basket. Those look nicely molded. Again, we've got heads sideways on the mold. I would have had them facing this way. That way your mold seam goes around the ear, and there's a lot of flash on this one. That's one thing I wish Miniart would clean their act up a little bit on. They're hit and miss on the flash and the amount of flash that's on some of these figures. Like, look at all that. Not that that's not a, it's not a hard thing to clean up, but this day and age, with what I've seen coming out as far as molding process goes, that's something that shouldn't be there, really. But again, you get what you pay for. These aren't very expensive, so they are what they are. And quality as far as the molding goes is good, other than a bit of flash and that annoying seam right down the center of the face. Hopefully in the third set here we won't have that same problem. So again, this is German civilians, 1930s and 40s. Set is 38015. And again, they give you a color reference guide here on the back. Looks like you get an option for heads for the middle character here. Let's take a look in this one. So you get 2 sprues again in the box, and we'll take a look at each one individually. Take a closer look. Oh, thank goodness. They molded these properly with the faces forward. I don't know what happened with that last set, but that was very annoying, and this set looks much better. The details look quite good on this German soldier here. They've actually given you the rivets on the helmet. Here is the next figure, and again, there's lots of flash on that one. And there's that younger figure. That looks good. Look at the last sprue here. This is the older lady. That's one thing I like about Miniart. When they're representing the age of a character, they actually get it right. I mean, she looks old.
Hello? Where is the beef?
And when they do a younger female, she looks younger. This is nice. I like that they did this here. They hollowed out the dress on the old lady, and they give you this little piece here, which will slot into here, so it gives you the impression that it's not just a flat piece like a lot of the figure companies do, where you have to hollow it out. You'll actually get a nice looking hollow at the bottom. Alright, so I'll put some of these figures together and we'll take a peek at the fit and if there's much gap filling and how much flash there is to clean up. Back in a bit. So there you have it. There's the 3 figures, 1 from each set. And my final opinion is I'd give it about a 7 out of 10. Excellent poses. The facial features are good. Details are excellent. All the folds in the clothing were really good. The only thing is, you better be prepared for a little bit of cleanup. I did add a lot of undercutting. Did all the undercutting around the heads and the hats. I made his mouth a little more defined. I defined the eyes a little bit more. Where your actual seam lines in the clothing were, I added those. They were there, they weren't there. I did break the cane on this one woman here, which is not a problem. I just bent a piece of brass, and it's probably stronger anyway. The only thing I would say, and as you can see, this woman is a giant compared to this woman here. You could have them in the same scene. This woman could just be a very, very tiny woman, which you see that all the time. You see different proportioned women. This woman here, is even bigger than this man here. Like, her head is huge. So I don't know if you'd want to use this figure with these two. You might want to keep the sets together. But again, there are those different proportions in humans, so you probably could get away with, you know, this woman, although she does look like a giant if you look at her head compared to this one. This woman and this fella probably go better together. I would probably keep her as a separate piece, maybe with the other figures that come in that set. But again, overall, great set, and I would recommend it to anybody that wants to get civilians into their dioramas. So that's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification below, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of these figures, if you liked them, if you didn't like them. All comments are good. And I will talk to you guys soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.